Hello, everyone, and welcome to the STC Grand Resurgence 2025 tournament. I'm Nugglei, here with my co-commentator Shane today. Say hello.
Yo,
First time commentating on this tournament. Great to have you. We're commentating over Miklay versus Ev today. Um, Two very equal in skill competitors. This is definitely going to be a hype tournament match to watch. What are your predictions going in?
I think I have Miklay taking this four to one. I think Miklay is gonna choke on maybe like a map like Frosted,
Mm-hmm.
where he's not as consistent as Ev, who I've seen warm up in Frosted, and she seems to be pretty sharp. So
I mean, you might have played with them more than I have because both these players I'm kind of unsure how to gauge their skill outside of I've played with Miklay a little bit, but I mean I also have Miklay going 4-1, but I could definitely see a 3-2 to Miklay or even 3-2 to Ev. I'm
yeah,
really unsure how this will go.
I'm actually really excited to see this because Ev's been talking a lot of smack
Mm-hmm.
in general chat, claiming that she could 5-0 Miklay. Uh, I'll just have to wait and see.
Miklay, I would appreciate if you would actually leave this VC. I don't like players here in commentary. I'm gonna disconnect you. Okay, I guess Ev will not be recording, so we'll have to take that into account. But I feel like a lot of this tournament will be based on consistency, where you know that recording doesn't matter too much. But Ev here taken quite a bit of practice.
High IQ play right there.
Mm-hmm. Wait, do I have my whiteboard?
Is this practice two or are we starting?
This is practice too, because Miklay didn't get to practice the first round because he was setting up recording.
Okay.
Miklay last practice with a 19.8, which is definitely not ideal for time in the tournament, but we'll hope he can pick that up maybe with a 19.5, 19.4, 19.3 here. A 19.3.
He does just that.
Mm-hmm. Ev again taking his practice, playing, being smart with it, because you don't have to like finish every practice run. You can, all 2 minutes are allotted for you. Okay.
Miklay says he's at 60.
I assume that's maybe Ev has a little better ping here, but I think this is Miklay's best serve anyway, so it's not going to get too much better.
Is this a Florida server? Because F says
Yeah.
she's at 30.
Yeah, this is Miami. Round one here, you can see Ev has a little bit of a ping advantage, but Miklay making up with better lines, better turns.
It's a slight lead.
There,
F gains a
Ev
little bit.
through that section, just better and a better 10 exit. This might be a .1 tie,
Point 3
19.3.
tie. It's a great start.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, I'm not sure who the favorite is on this map. I don't know their PBs or what, but it seems to be very
think
equal.
I think F says she got a 19 too.
Mm. Ooh, Miklay
Oh,
with some weird lag.
that's a lag spike probably.
I don't. Maybe read it if he says something. I'm not sure what happened there.
Looked like a spike, so.
Mm-hmm. I have 19-4. Okay, I think we're gonna redo that after round 5. Ev with the 19-4, keeping it consistent. Here at STC, we like to grant competitors like readers if we feel something like they can't compete at their full potential. So Ev gonna want to get just one more run in, and that seems like what she's doing with a great run, especially a 19-3 to a 19-4 for Miklay. Ev taking control in Emerald. Round 4 here. If Ev gets just one more 19-3, then that'll probably lock the win on Emerald. Miklay taking slightly better lines, but Ev just gains through this section every time. Ooh. And a point through to another
3.4.
0.4.
What round is this? Is this 4?
This is next is 5. And then we're gonna have a redo for Miklay. Miklay gonna need to start getting more .3s, and he might want to full send here because he's already locked in an average. So, going safe for a 19-4 is not gonna do anything for him. But he takes that whole section just slower than Ev. Ooh, and he bonks tree. Tie .4.
0.4. Definitely end lag for Ev. She was ahead.
Here we are, just for the redo from Miklay. He's really gonna want a 19-3 here. That one jump, I don't know why he starts so wide. That just costs some time. We'll see if it's still enough. And a .3.
A 0.3.
He's gonna need that as we head into Frosted Fortress, our second map.
Is Miklay recording?
I think he said he is. I can't find it. Bro. Okay, so I had some lag there. I couldn't choose in time. And I couldn't find it. That's kind of unfortunate. Because it's just a little bit of a delay. So apologies for my side. AFK. Okay. Now we're heading on to Frosted Fortress. And who's your favorite on this map?
I think I have F taking this. Miklay might choke a little bit.
Interesting. Oh. Miklay lag spike there.
Huge lag.
Yeah, I'm not. That's definitely not something you want to see in a round.
I honestly think like movement wise, Frosted is probably like one of the most like nerve-wracking maps,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this round.
I'm excited to for myself to compete on it because Frosted hasn't been done much in tournaments at all, so I'm so unsure how it'll go. And I mean, it's so far it has kind of gone as expected, but there's been some points where players really need to clutch it up. So as throughout the tournament, been a pretty great match in my opinion. Map in my opinion.
Yeah.
So am I not streaming? It's not showing up on the channel. Um, that would be awful, but it really is not showing up on the channel, so I'm a little nervous. What the?
I see it.
Where? I don't.
It's on your YouTube channel, not the STC channel.
Oh, it says it's connected to STC. Okay. Well, as long as it's that's must be a weird OBS bug. That's odd. But as long as it's being live streamed, we have the video. That's okay. Going into practice 2 here. Hello? What the fuck, bro? Really? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, my Wi-Fi just went out for a little bit.
I just lost connection for like a couple seconds.
Okay, I guess we're going out to round 1 here. No, I think this is round 1. Okay, so we're having a little bit of a mess with the stream. That's okay though. Yeah, Ev definitely having the better start than Miklay. As you said, probably the favorite on this map, just with more refined movement.
Does that one turn pretty well.
Ooh, Miklay not going for the crystal. I wonder if he didn't practice this map much or what.
I've watched him practice. I rarely saw him on like playing Frosted. I've seen him playing Frozen, Taiga,
0.3 to
Emerald.
0.5. It's not over yet. Miklay gonna opt for crystal because it's not super tricky to get that consistent. So yeah, Ev just with the tighter, cleaner start. You can just tell it's experience on this map. Ooh, Ev.
Oh, goes a little
jump.
offline.
Doesn't seem to affect her too bad. Should be okay. He still gains time on Miklay. To a 0.4 tie.
0.4 tie.
Wow. Ev slowly losing her advantage. I'm so sorry if I'm saying his, but here at STC we're just used to saying his.
Roblox is not letting me back into the VIP for some reason.
Okay.
Oh.
Here we are. Round 3. Miklay gonna want.
Oh, Miklay going a little bit to the right.
He's having a better start than usual though, which is good. Oh, but Ev just takes this whole section slightly better. Doesn't fail that section. We're gonna be. Miklay doesn't go for crystal again. I'm not sure why. And he bonks.
He's
there.
opting for safety more.
Yeah, which maybe is a strat, but when you're losing consistent time, might not be. 0.4 tie.
Another 0.4.
And Ev's saying she's on 30 ping, which I don't know if that's something's going up, because there's definitely some end lag going on. But either way, we move on. Round 4 here. Miklay really wanted to get a 0.3 in, but okay, Icy Man. First off, that's just not true, so let's just not say stuff like that. Miklay already locked in a good average, but he goes for crystal. He wants a 0.3 here.
I've had a bad turn. Miklay just gained time.
Miklay needs to take advantage of this. Finish out a 0.3. Ev.
This looks like a tie.
Tie 0.3. That's what Miklay needs. But Ev with another 0.3 cancels it out. And as we head into round 5, oh no. What map is next? Mystical Gorge. Okay. Head into round 5. Miklay needing a really good run here. But it's not out of the question. But he just takes the start too wide compared to Ev's lines. And this part as well. Doesn't seem to be too bad for him.
Catches up a little bit.
Ev misses the jump.
Oh, and Ev dies.
The biggest choke point of the map, but Miklay bonks on the crystal there. Might not be able to 0.3 this. He's going to want a really clean ending. It all depends on how this finishes. And a 0.3.
Another 0.3.
Okay. That's really good for Miklay. I think for IGT, this map ended with a tie.
It was half a point to both of them.
And we head out to Mystical Gorge here. I mean, Miklay needs Gorge as what was I saying? Yeah, Ev barely taking Emerald, so Miklay's gonna need Gorge here to, get another point in the book. But Miklay, in general, just seems to take more safety lines than Ev, but still getting a point up. Ev taking more practice.
Miklay can average times like that. He can.
Yeah, 16 O's. I don't think we're going to be seeing many sub-16s from either, but
They could touch them.
We have
if Miklay is posting touches after the match.
Another defective in the game here. Ooh, and Ev just needs to get the consistency up overall. And another 16-0 from Miklay. this part. I mean, Ev.
I would honestly safety that part. It's not really worth it.
I don't. She's taking it just in general, kind of wacky. Jumping kind of late on it, which gives the risk of edge hitting on high FPS. And now we are going on to round 1. Bro, so I'd appreciate here THHB to not give advice to competitors. Even if it's good advice, we'd like the competitors to figure it out by themselves.
Yeah, one more comment from him, we might have to just throw him out.
Ooh, Miklay, first round, missing the first jump. Eb is going to want to get something down here. Even a 0.1 would do. And a 0.0. Taking Miklay's spot. 20.1. Ev again favored starting out the map. Similar to Frosted, but that did end in a tie. So here we go into round 2 here. Miklay really needing a 16-0 here.
Miklay going too far to the left.
Miklay just in general has kind of imperfect lines compared to Ev. As you can see, Ev gaining 0.1, about a 16-0 to 16-1.
0.1.
Miklay needing to tighten up lines if he wants a chance to tie this one up like he did on Frosted. Going into round 3, Miklay's gonna pray that Ev doesn't get a 15-9, which would basically just take the map. Miklay having some background in Checkmania, it kind of seems like his lines are something that you would take in Checkmania, going wide before every turn, but in a
Miklay
game
gaining a little bit.
in a tie 0.0.
That's what Miklay wants.
Ev already locking in a triple 16-0. Triple 16-0 average. So Ev's going to be full risking probably because any slow time just does not affect him. A 15-9 is really what he needs. Miklay just wants to keep up the 16-0s, hoping that Ev doesn't get something crazy. And Ev tries world record strats and makes it.
He gets it.
But kind of a odd beat ending in another 16-0 tie. This is
5.0.
what Miklay needs. Okay. Next we are heading on to Frozen. Miklay just needs the same thing to happen another final time. 16-0 tie would be perfect for him.
You better pray Ev doesn't get a 15-9.
He has a decent start, and Ev misses. So this is all on Miklay here. He has a wide.
He needs to 0.0.
In a 0.2.
0.2. That had to have been lag.
Yeah, but throughout the run there was a few mistakes to a 23-3 from Ev. Finally a break in her consistency. Okay. Frozen here. Miklay needs. It's not over for Miklay at all, but he's going to need to win these next 2 maps. Who's your favorite here on Frozen? Both competitors really gonna want to get this part down. If your seams don't cooperate with you, that can just that kills your entire run. Even if you hit something like that, which isn't perfect, especially for world records, that might be good in a tournament. Just safety.
Miklay might have this slight advantage on this map. I don't know what SPB is, but I do know Miklay has a 0.1.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose Ev probably would have a 0.1 too. So I'm... Oh my god. Okay. Practice 2 here. Both competitors just want to get their consistency down, as that seems to be sort of a large factor in this match, as we saw in Gorge. Ev with maybe the slightly better start. Oh yeah.
Lost a little bit.
Ev
That
going
steam.
back to practice, which is definitely a smart strategy, because you don't need to, you know, practice this session necessarily, except for the ending, and Miklay with a 0.3. I think that's definitely beatable for Ev if she can get runs in.
I honestly wouldn't go so far to the right, especially like in a tournament setting.
Yeah, because we saw in basically every match, if you go too far to the right, it's just a fine, there's a fine line that once you cross, you're going too far right and you don't hit it, that's just over, and you know that, oh, maybe if you just went slightly more left, you'd probably win the round. So it'll be interesting how the competitors balance that. In general, I think Miklay will probably go more left, as he seems to have more reserved lines. But whereas Ev has a more aggressive approach. Round 1. Ev again with a slightly better start. Doesn't matter too much at all. Ooh, Miklay bonks a little bit, doesn't seem too bad, but Ev with a better slope turn too. It's all going to come down to the ending if one misses. Ooh, and they both make it 0.2 to 0.3 for Ev. In Ev's favor. Ev, for the third time, starting the map with an advantage. Miklay needing to come back here. Should be doable for him, but
Hopefully we could see like a 0.1.
0.1 from either would be crazy. And Miklay bonking again. Ev finishing a really nice run. Definitely another 0.2. Miklay needs a really clean ending to have a chance to even tie. To tie 0.3.
3.
Interesting.
Definitely some unlag on S part.
It's interesting because she said, 30 ping. If she lives in Florida, she's in a Florida server. I don't know what's going on. Round 3 here. Miklay gonna need a 0.2 one of these runs. Ev with a much better start. Ooh, both make it, but Ev again jumps onto that slope earlier, which allows her to take just a much better line. And it's going to be another 0.1 difference. We'll see with the ending. 0.3 to 0.4.
3.4.
Okay. They are seeming pretty consistent, though, which is good. But Miklay doesn't have too much time now. He needs a point two. And
Needs a point two to stay alive.
Ev, already with a decent average, is going to probably want a full risk. Which, if she's staying as consistent as she has been, will work out. Maybe awarding some point twos or even point ones. Miklay with a pretty big bonk, but has a good slope. That's what you want to see.
That's not using a spawn, right?
I have not been checking for that. Oh no. Ooh, but Miklay misses the end
Oh, Miklay
zone.
dies. It's not what you want to see from Miklay.
What should we do about the spawn if Ev has been using a spawn? Because I completely forgot about that as well. It's like really late into the match. Well, 52-6 to .3. I mean, Miklay does have the advantage in the fact that he can record. Miklay. Oh, Ev's saying.
Okay, she's resetting.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure because that just completely slipped my mind. Miklay with actually a very good start turn. This is his opportunity to point two, which he bonks slightly, but has a good slope. Lost a little bit to Ev, but it might be good enough. Ev on an also good run.
He just needs to be on Miklay's side here.
.2 to .3 to Ev. So Ev is going to take Frozen, and just based on IGT, Ev has already taken the match. But if we factor in touches Miklay is recording, I'm not sure if that is fully solidified. I hope this is not supposed to be really run leash today, okay? I hope Miklay doesn't finish this out and get a .2. Okay, good.
Okay.
That'd be unfortunate. Taiga here. Miklay, especially on Taiga, is very interesting because he has very good lines and very good movement for most of the map, but he really struggles with ending and getting winless. So we'll probably be seeing win from him every single run, but he has 19-3, 19-4 tier starts before the win. As you can see, gaining a lot of time.
Miklay, he just gains quickly.
Ooh, but he does fail that rock. That is another point for him where he's not too strong. This ending is really tricky for him, in particular.
He's going to want to have to practice that.
But even getting, a win like that isn't deadly for a run if he has, a start as good as that was compared to Ev. That time loss is completely made up for in the just better movement overall. As we go into practice too. Oh, but Miklay bonks there. He's actually losing at the start to Ev. Ev going back to practice the start might be better after what we saw in practice 1, and Miklay dies to the rock. I think Miklay's going to win this map, but he really needs to figure this out. And I know this isn't like a tournament nerve issue. This is just in general. Shane, who do you think's gonna win this map?
If Miklay can somehow find a way to figure out winless, I have him winning the map.
I agree though. Round one.
Even even without winless, I still think Miklay can win, just because of movement.
Yeah, but he needs good starts, and especially at that one rock, that can be very deadly. Round one. Ooh, Miklay loses.
Oh, Miklay loses big
Mhm.
time at the start.
Just taking the start too risky, which even that might not seem like a great strategy, but considering he's kind of weak at this end part, that's not terrible. And they both get pretty big wins, 20.2 to 20.5 to Ev. Both finishing runs. The times aren't too bad, so that might be smart. As you can see, you can be put into situations where like a 22 is required. So if you keep getting 20-second runs, that just eliminates the chance for anything to be possible. Miklay kind of losing more time. It's not as severe this time. He misses the rock. He seems to jump onto
Misses
that
the
just
rock.
slightly too early. And Ev finishes in
I have
19.7.
19.7. Is that the best time we've seen so far in this tournament?
I don't want to say no. No, Marbles got like a 19.5, I think. I did not wait. Did Miklay DNF? I did not quite catch uh what he finished with.
It looked like he did.
Okay.
Didn't see him finish.
Miklay really gonna need to, and he loses more time to that very start. This is unlike him. When I was playing with him,
The
this
game.
never happened. And he doesn't opt for the rock. Might be smart. But he gets a lot of wind at 19.8
Oh no.
to 20.1. It's not completely over for Miklay, but he's going to need some really good runs right now. He doesn't have time. Not final, round 4 here. Miklay with a good start, finally getting that rock clean, but Ev seems to have already mastered the movement of Taiga, not being too far behind him. Miklay has a weird
And Miklay
rock
loses on the
with a
rock
slope
again.
seal. Ev, if she gets a good run, 19.6
19.6.
to 25 from Miklay, that might do it. Yeah, Ev already locking in a 19.7 average for Taiga, which is just 0.1 behind Miklay's PB. Ev that last round tying Miklay's PB. I'm not sure what her PB is. Miklay, both on a very good run here. Miklay, Ev fails the rock, but Miklay keeps going. Safeties the rock section, but gets a ton of wind for 20.2. Miklay is going to finish Taiga with a 20.1 average. Ev finishing this run out 34.4. Well,
GG's.
GG's match. So, that was an interesting match. So many of these maps were very close, and if Miklay, with the touches, just like has one round down, he'll actually win the match if he has that for most of the maps. It is the STC. it is the competitor's responsibility to record, so it might not seem perfect, but Ev saying she did have 30 ping for the majority of this match compared to Miklay's 60, there was an advantage there. Well,
Honestly, if Miklay had gotten better times on certain maps, like Frozen and Gorge specifically, this could have been way more like closer than it was.
mm-hmm. Okay, Miklay's saying he's not going to bother to send his touches, but if he sends his touches, they are enough to win, because Frozen was a matter of 0.1, Gorge was a matter of 0.1, Frosted was an exact tie, and Emerald was a matter of 0.1. 4 of those maps were within 0.1 of each other, which is really close. So, well, thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the STC. Subscribe to both the channel you're watching this on and the STC channel for more tournaments. We're going to be having a lot of exciting matches today, so stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.